The air hung heavy with the scent of rain and wet pavement. People hurried past, heads bent against the gray sky. London in the winter was a symphony of drizzle and damp, a city that seemed to sigh under the weight of its own perpetual gloom. But inside the little antique shop, nestled between overflowing bookshelves and cabinets filled with forgotten trinkets, there was a haven of warmth and dry wood. Lila curled deeper into her chair, pulling her knees to her chest. Outside, the storm raged on, mirroring the tempest of emotions that had brought her to this dusty haven. The thought that had haunted her for weeks now echoed in the quiet space. Was it too late? Had she waited too long to follow her dreams? Or worse, had she chased the wrong dreams altogether? Across from her sat Mrs. Elmwood, the owner of the shop, a woman who seemed woven from the very essence of the place, both ageless and wise, her eyes twinkling with stories untold. In the dimly lit shop, surrounded by relics of yesterday, Lila poured out her heart. Dreams deferred, ambitions put on hold, the gnawing fear of missed opportunities, and the haunting question, is it too late? Mrs. Elmwood listened patiently, her gaze distant, as if searching the labyrinthine shelves for the perfect words to fit Lila's tale. When Lila finally fell silent, the old woman reached out, her touch surprisingly warm and sure. "Sometimes, dear one," she began, her voice a soothing melody amidst the storm, "we get lost in the labyrinth of possibilities, caught in the maze of our own thoughts, convinced we've taken the wrong path. We dwell on dreams deferred, wondering if it's too late to chase the sun." She paused, letting her words sink in before continuing. "But every twist and turn in life's grand journey, every choice made, every dream pursued or left behind, it's part of the story that makes you uniquely you." She gestured to the cluttered shelves around them, each object whispering tales of lives lived. "Just as these treasures here hold beauty in their imperfections, so does your life. It's in the tapestry of your experiences, the sum of your joys and heartaches, that your true worth shines through. The dreams you hold dear are not lost, merely waiting for the right moment to be dusted off and cherished once more. It's never too late to let them shine anew." Lila pondered these words, feeling the tension in her shoulders easing slightly. Was it possible that her dreams, tucked away and dormant, could still find their moment to sparkle? Mrs. Elmwood smiled knowingly. "There's a reason I believe in second chances, third acts, even comebacks. Life isn't a straight path, dear one. It's a mosaic of moments, some shining bright, others veiled in shadow. But it's the interplay of light and dark that gives life its depth and meaning." She stood up, her movements surprisingly spry for someone of her years. "Come," she beckoned, leading Lila to a table laden with books and trinkets. At its center lay an ornately carved wooden box, its surface smooth with age. "Open it." Lila hesitated, then lifted the lid. Inside rested a compass, its needle dancing erratically. "What's that?" Lila asked, puzzled. "A compass," Mrs. Elmwood replied, a playful twinkle in her eye. "But it doesn't seem to be working properly. It's pointing every which way." "That's precisely why I brought it here," Lila said, realizing the needle mirrored the conflicting directions her own life seemed to be taking. Mrs. Elmwood chuckled softly. "This, my dear, is no ordinary compass. It's a reminder that sometimes our paths in life can feel like a chaotic jumble, especially when we're trying to navigate our dreams. But chaos, as they say, is just order waiting to be discovered." With a knowing smile, she continued, "Your dreams, those sparks of longing and hope, they're like distant shores on a foggy day. You can feel their pull, that deep yearning, but the path to reach them seems shrouded in mist. So that's where this compass comes in. It helps you cut through the fog, guiding you to the very heart of your desires. It leads you to where your passions lie, and your soul finds resonance. It's a tool to help you discover what truly sets your spirit soaring." Intrigued, Lila took the compass in her hands, its coolness against her skin grounding her in the present. "But how do I use it?" she asked, turning to the old woman. Mrs. Elmwood's eyes twinkled. "Close your eyes, dear one, and think of what stirs your soul, what sets your spirit on fire, what makes your heart sing, what dreams have been whispering to you lately." Lila closed her eyes, picturing the dusty attic room filled with paints and canvases, the feel of a brush in her hand, the scent of oil paints and turpentine. She thought of the stories she'd longed to write, the words that danced on the tip of her tongue, and the characters that clamored to be set free. She thought of the pottery wheel she'd admired in a local studio window, the promise of molding clay into something beautiful. Suddenly, the compass in her hand seemed to hum with a faint energy. The needle quivered, then began to move, pointing towards the window. Opening her eyes, Lila followed the compass's pull. Outside, the rain had stopped. A sliver of sunshine peeked through the clouds, illuminating a world washed clean. The wind whispered secrets of new beginnings, and the song of a distant lark reached their ears. Handing the compass back to Lila, Mrs. Elmwood smiled. "It's never too late to start again, dear one. Your dreams deserve a chance to bloom, just as the sun chases away the shadows. It's your turn now to chase your dreams. The compass will guide you, your heart will lead you, and your story, well, it's yours too, right?" As Lila stepped out into the newly cleansed world, the compass tucked under her arm, she felt a surge of determination mixed with a healthy dose of trepidation. The path ahead was uncertain, but she no longer felt lost. She had her dreams, her trusty compass, and the quiet confidence born from a soul that knew it was exactly where it needed to be. And so, armed with newfound courage and an old compass, Lila embarked on her journey. With each step, she felt the echoes of Mrs. Elmwood's words resonating within her. She followed the compass's guidance, each quiver in turn, leading her deeper into the labyrinth of her dreams. She rekindled old passions and explored uncharted territories, allowing her soul to lead the way. Along the path, she encountered kindred spirits, their dreams intertwining with hers, forming a constellation of aspirations. Together, they navigated the twists and turns, offering support and understanding when the path grew unclear. Through it all, the compass remained her anchor, reminding her of the harmony between her steps and her dreams. There were moments of doubt, times when the weight of unrealized dreams threatened to overshadow her spirit. Yet with each sunrise, she chose to focus on the whispers of her heart, the echoes of her laughter, the rekindled spark in her eyes. She immersed herself in the process, finding solace in the act of pursuing her dreams rather than solely fixating on their realization. She savored the feel of the brush on canvas, the rhythm of writing words, the grounding presence of the pottery wheel. With each stroke, each word, each piece of pottery, she felt the tapestry of her life enriching, becoming a testament to her journey. As the days turned into weeks, the initial tremors of fear subsided, replaced by a growing sense of belonging. She found a community of dreamers, those who understood the language of passion and the beauty of unrealized potential. Together, they formed a mosaic of creativity, each piece unique, yet fitting perfectly into the larger design. Their dreams, once scattered fragments, began to align, creating a symphony of colors, words and textures that celebrated the audacity of hope and the resilience of the human spirit. One evening, as the sky blazed with the hues of sunset, Lila stood in her studio, surrounded by her creations, a sense of peace settling over her. The compass lay on a nearby table, silent but ever present. She realized that the journey to her dreams had become not just a path to success, but a way of life. In the pursuit of her dreams, she'd found a deeper sense of self, a stronger spirit, and a community that embraced the beauty of shared aspirations. The dream she'd held close, once shrouded in uncertainty, now illuminated her path forward. And as she looked to the horizon, she knew that the setting sun was just another masterpiece in the grand canvas of her life. A reminder that every ending also held the promise of a new beginning. The rhythm of her heart echoed the melody of her dreams, and she knew that as long as they danced in harmony, she would never truly be lost.